In this video, I'm just going to mention some things that I found out from playing the very first 2 hours. And I really want to say thank you to Raw Fury and Moonstone Island, both teams, for letting me receive an early access key. It means the world to me. This game is amazing, and I hope everybody else that plays it loves it as well. So yeah, the very first thing that I noticed that this game operates in military time. So if you don't know military time, you're gonna have to learn it, okay? Also, just like any other game with stamina, don't use it all. If you use all your stamina and it hits 0, well, then it's night. You go in to bed. And also, if you like to go to bed late, if you're a night owl and you like staying out partying, just, chilling outside and it's late, it's past midnight, be careful because if it hits 2 a.m. on the clock, it's curtains. You're gonna pass out. Also, on the first island that you arrive on when you leave your parents, you can find this archway somewhere on there, and it kind of lets you walk underneath it and charge it up. And once you charge it, you get a talisman. And it's not like the last talisman you'll ever get, but it seems to be that, for this specific instance, this talisman, just know that you won't get another chance to, upgrade a card from it. So just know that whichever one you click on, there's no going back. But I'm sure maybe there's different archways on every single island you visit. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. Next, the watering can doesn't ever have to be refilled. So you want to water your crops, you can water them all day long. You got unlimited water. The economy has got you with the unlimited agua, okay? I wish I was like that in real life. And after the first night of staying in town with Asono, basically if you don't set up your tent, you're screwed. You're gonna have to go back to her and be like, can I please rent a room? And she's gonna be like, yeah, but it's gonna cost money. It's gonna cost you some coin, okay? Specifically 50 coins. So if you don't want to spend some of your cash, go make that tent, okay? Okay, next up, you can actually have multiple save files, which is really sick, and you don't have to do anything special from the home screen or anything like that. You just go into the settings and you click save, and that'll manually save it. The game automatically has an auto save that you can't erase, that is always being logged. But if you hit manual save, you can choose which time of this manual save to apply to a current save. So let's say you do a manual save, you can hit one of your existing manual saves, or you can hit add it to the auto save and it'll apply straight to it. That's pretty cool to me. Also, if you didn't know, you can fall out of the sky, so be careful. You can fall out of the sky. Trust me, I was walking, I was like, surely this will block me off. No. Ah! Yeah, just be careful. Just be careful. Watch the edge. You don't have to worry about if an item is going to be used for something important and not knowing it later on that you sold or gave away or dropped an item that is crucial. It tells you everything in the inventory if you just go over the item. So that's beautiful. When you enter a dungeon, there is a indicator in the top left corner that lets you know how many chests are in there. When you enter a cave, it does that as well. So when you're in a cave though, you're going to want to get good at juking spirits, because as of right now, when you open a chest and all the stuff comes out, if a spirit is standing near and then you get stuck in the grabbing animation, trust, when that animation is over, you're going to be in a spirit encounter and you're going to have to do the little deck card battle. So I was like, oh man, I thought I was going to be able to slip away. But no, that animation will get you caught up. It will get you caught up. And in your deck battles, when you're using one of the cards, you get 3 energy per round of your turn. And the indicator is right here. And your chance of running away in this game is not exactly similar to Pokemon, in the sense that your percentages seem to be a little different, but they show you at the bottom your percentage. So you don't have to guess. If it says 25%, you're probably not going to get away. If it says 60, you could get away at any percent, but you know, it also does look like you get iframes when you are fleeing the battle from a encounter. Your character glows white, and I'm assuming that's just like the time that you get to walk away so that you don't run into another spirit. And you don't always have to eat a moonstone fruit. You can heal by going into a sauna. So usually it says eat a stone fruit to heal your stamina, but if you go into a sauna, you actually slowly build it up. And also, what's cool is it seems like in a dungeon, the sauna has special abilities, and I like to think of them as like a super sauna. It goes way faster, but then it actually has a limit to how much it'll heal your stamina, and it'll turn off. But that's really cool. And when you're trying to use the Alchemist Tent, you can't go into your inventory and click on it to try and use it. You actually have to have it in your main 10 slot inventory on the main like walking around open world page. And then once you hover over it, then it'll let you place it wherever you want. I'm stupid. I literally was like in the inventory for like 2 minutes just trying to figure out why wouldn't it let me place it? Why wouldn't it let me select it? But no, you just have to use it from your main 10 slots in the bottom left corner, and then it'll let you select it. And when you're coming home to like go to sleep, if the hours are almost like dangerously late, a ghost appears. Like, ooh, I don't know what the ghost does, but it's really cool. It's a really cute ghost. So, you know, if you ever want to see that little ghost before you go to bed, just stay up a little extra late. And just like in Pokemon, when you're trying to tame the spirit, you don't have to get their health all the way to like 1 or 2 really extremely low. You can get them to half, or maybe I'm assuming even full if you got really lucky. I don't know what the odds are, but basically the heart right next to their health gauge is the taming gauge. So as long as you have fed the spirit, it should react and go upwards. And while a spirit is dizzy after you have taken away all of its armor, you cannot feed the spirit. The Magic Flute. So this flute is so cool, but if you're like me, you're gonna want to use it right away, and don't do that. It can only be used once every 24 hours. It's a magical flute that literally teleports you, so if you're in a cave or a dungeon, it'd be cool to use. Unless you don't really care and you're just gonna climb back out, then yeah, go ahead. It has a beautiful song. And at the very end of the time that you are going to bed, after you've used a lot of your abilities of, like, you know, hitting a tree with an axe or using your hammer on rocks and stuff, you eventually will accumulate points for upgrading things. So as you can see, there's 6 different icons at the top for spirits, combat, archaeology, agriculture, foraging, social, and each one has its own little like area that it breaks off and branches into 2 things, and all of these things eventually you'll be able to pour points into, and it tells you when you hover over how to earn the points. So, you know, for combat, you can feed talismans to your spirits and banish wild spirits, as well as for archaeology, you can loot mines and dungeons, defeat dungeon guardians, and activate the ando trees. And for agriculture, you just gotta sell crops, which is probably why I've done so many of them. I didn't even realize. And for foraging, you know, you earn points by chopping down trees, smashing rocks, and catching fish. And for social, talking, giving gifts, and going on dates. I haven't done any of the giving or going on dates yet. But, you know, for foraging, I had 1 point, so I was like, you know, let me increase some light radius, because in the caves it's a little dark. So I'm assuming that eventually when you're in a cave it'll be fully bright, just like if you used Flash and Pokemon in a cave. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I could be wrong. But, you know, that's where I decided to spend my point. And, you know, I think that's the last piece of info that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, I just want to let you guys know I do stream on Twitch every week. And shout out again to Raw Fury for the access code. And I do have a Discord if any of you guys want to just hang out and play games and talk about whatever games you're up to playing and what you have on your radar or anything. It could be food, life, you know, anything. So I'll see you guys next time.